Hi knitters, this is Susanna and I'd like to show you some brioche basics. And I'm going to talk about Color Brioche because I love using this in my own patterns. And you can find those on Ravelry and also on Love Knitting. You see here I've already started my little swatch in Color Brioche. This is the right side, and you see that my foreground color is the lighter color. And if you turn it, you see the wrong side, and the wrong side color is the dominating color here is the darker color. So that's what I also recommend using, the lighter color as the foreground color and the darker color as the background color. That's also going to be important because that's how the rows are named, because you're going to work a light side color first with your light side first with your light color, and then you're going to work another light side row with your dark color, and then you're going to turn your work and work a dark side first with your light color and then another dark side with your dark color. So two right side rows followed by two wrong side rows. I'm starting here with a light side, light color row. This is just a little selvage stitch here. And you see here that this brioche stitch has a yarn over attached to it. And you're going to treat this as one single stitch. So you're going to brioche knit this by knitting the stitch together with this yarn over. The next one is a slip-on yarn over. For this you bring the yarn to the front and slip the stitch as if to purl, and at the same time you're going to do this yarn over. So this yarn goes over your needle and to the back. And then you do another brioche knit. So that way you have this slip stitch and yarn over performed at the same time. So another brioche knit stitch, you can knit the stitch together with this yarn over it has. Bring the yarn to the front again and slip one yarn over. A brioche knit, and then again bring the yarn to the front and slip one yarn over. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do 2-stitch increase in brioche. You already see those increases here, and that's very easy because you do a brioche knit and you leave the stitch on a needle, and then you do a yarn over and then another brioche knit into that same stitch, and then you pull it off the needle. So you now have those 3 stitches out of that one brioche knit stitch. And that's all there is to it really. So you bring the yarn to the front again for another slip-on yarn over. The yarn is down in the back, and then you can perform another. You could perform another brioche knit, but I'm going to show you how to do left-leaning decreases in brioche. So you can see those here already, and it looks like this. You slip the stitch together with the yarn over as if to knit, and then you knit those next 2 stitches together. So the stitch with the yarn over is considered one stitch, and you knit it together with this next stitch. No, that's working. And then you lift the slip stitch together with the yarn over this K2 together. And then you see that it leans to the left. So the right stitch is on top of it. So it leans to the left. Bring the yarn forward for another slip-on yarn over into the back. Another brioche knit. And again, slip-on yarn over. And now I'm going to show you a right leaning brioche decrease. It's a little different than the left leaning, but not much. So you're going to slip the first stitch as if to knit, you're gonna knit that second stitch, and you're gonna lift that slip stitch together with the yarn over it, and then you're gonna lift this stitch back on the left needle and lift the next stitch over it, and then the stitch goes back on the right needle, and you now see this left stitch is leaning towards the right. That was a right leaning brioche decrease. And again, yarn to the front for a slip-on yarn over, and then I'm going to show you a brioche increase again. You brioche knit it, leave the stitch on the left needle, do a yarn over, and brioche knit into that same stitch again, and then pull it off. Then again, slip one yarn over, brioche knit, slip one yarn over, brioche knit, slip one yarn over, brioche knit, and this is my selvage stitch. So you've now worked your first row, and you're gonna slip all the stitches on the other side of the needle and work another right side row with your background color. That's the gray here. This is my selvage stitch here, and you see this column of brioche knit stitches in your foreground color, and since we're working with the background color, we're gonna have to slip one yarn over here. And now we're gonna do a brioche pearl. It works just like a normal pearl, and the only difference is that you're gonna purl the stitch together with its yarn over. My pearls look a little wonky because I have a strange way of doing it, but just do the purl however you purl. So this is just my weird way of pulling. Don't let that distract you. So you bring the yarn is in front already, bring it in front of the needle for the slip one yarn over. And then you bring it to the back of the needle and again to the front, because you need to do another brioche pearl. So the yarn goes once around the needle. And then you do another brioche pearl, you just pull the stitch together with the yarn over. Slip one yarn over, brioche pearl. The yarn is, and here you have the brioche increase. You see those 3 stitches coming out of this one brioche column, knit column. And here you do the first stitch is a slip one yarn over, and the next stitch is a regular purl stitch, because that stitch doesn't have a yarn over already with it, so you're just gonna purl it. And then you're gonna do another slip one yarn over here, and then we're just gonna continue with brioche pearl, slip one yarn over, brioche pearl, slip one yarn over, brioche pearl, slip one yarn over, and brioche pearl. So now we're here again at this increase. You're gonna slip one yarn over, purl that center stitch of those 3, and another slip one yarn over. Then we're gonna brioche pearl, slip one yarn over to the end of the row. So now we've worked 2 right side rows, 2 light side rows, and now we're ready to turn our work and work 2 dark side rows or wrong side rows. And the first one is also going to be worked in the light color. So always start with a light color. This is my selvage stitch, and you're going to start here with a brioche pearl. So if you work the dark side with the light color, you always do brioche pearl and slip one yarn over, brioche pearl and slip one yarn over, brioche pearl and slip one yarn over. if you book the light side with your light color, you do brioche knit and slip one yarn over. And also if you book a dark side with your dark color, you do brioche knit and slip one yarn over. So also always if the side and the color you're booking with are the same, you're gonna do knits, and if they're not the same, you're gonna do brioche pearls. So that's the dark side row finished, and now I'm gonna book another dark side row with my dark color. Again, there is no increases or decreases here, so it's just brioche knitting and slipping one yarn over. Brioche knit, slip one yarn over. Brioche knit, slip one yarn over. Okay, so now we're ready to turn back to our light side or right side. And now I'm going to show you how to do full stitch increases and full stitch decreases in brioche. This is my selvage stitch and irregular brioche knit. Slip one yarn over, brioche knit, slip one yarn over, brioche knit. I'm working here to my increase column, and before I showed you how to do 2-stitch increases, and the full stitch increases work just the same. You brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit for 2-stitch increase, and then just repeat the yarn over, brioche knit for the 4-stitch increase. So you now see this 5 stitches instead of the 1 you had. I only need those 3 for my pattern, so I'm gonna go back to those 3 stitches. And something very special I'm going to show you now, because that is a full stitch brioche decrease, and it's a little more difficult, but if you're going to do it step by step, it's not that hard. So just follow along step by step and you're going to manage. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to slip this brioche stitch together with the yarn over as if to knit, and also slip the next stitch as if to knit. One after the other, then slip them together. See, what you're going to do now is take a stitch marker or a cable needle or whatever else you have, and you slip that next stitch. That is the center stitch of this decrease. You're going to slip this onto stitch holder and leave it in front of your book. The next stitch, we're going to knit this next stitch, and then we're going to lift this second stitch we slipped. We're going to lift this over the stitch we just booked, and then we bring this stitch back onto the left needle, and we lift this next stitch together with the yarn over it. We bring the stitch back onto the right needle and lift the first slip stitch together with the yarn over on top of it and over. So we see the right brioche column and the left brioche column are already here together, and now we still have to bring the center stitch over it. So we lift this from the stitch holder onto the left needle, and then we lift the stitch we booked the decreases on the left needle as well, and then we lift the stitch from the stitch marker on top of it and over it. Stitch goes back on the right needle, and you see this full stitch increase, and you see the center stitch that we put on the stitch holder is goes all the way up here on top of the others. There is under it. So this is the full stitch brioche decrease. And I'm going to finish this row with a slip-on yarn over and another increase. So brioche knit, yarn over, and brioche knit again. Then slip-on yarn over, brioche knit, slip-on yarn over, brioche knit, slip-on yarn over, brioche knit, and one last time. Okay, so that's all the basic brioche stitches you're gonna need. You can do lots and lots of patterns with these some simple brioche stitches. You're not gonna need this center stitch for stitch decrease all that much, so look it up again probably if you need it. But this is gonna get you started on a lot of brioche knitting, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it as much as me. I just love the rhythm of brioche and makes such a comfy, cushy fabric. And something else I love about it is that you can just use a larger needle size and then block it really hard, and it's gonna open up the brioche. It's gonna lose the cushiness, but it's gonna give you a lacy kind of fabric that has just amazing drape and is just beautiful. And I love using that for shawls and also for the Shisui shrug. If you want to knit this, there's also another video that shows you the setup of the shrug. So hope you have fun brioching. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments below, or on my group on Ravelry, or by email, or on Instagram, or however else you want to get in touch. I'm happy to answer any and all questions you have. Well then, have fun brioching. Bye!